Welcome back to the English Daily Podcast. I'm Anna.
And I'm Jake. Today we are talking about something that we all do every single day, but most of us never really think about. We are talking about body language and nonverbal communication.
That is such a great topic. In fact, did you know that studies suggest that more than half of all human communication is actually nonverbal? Some researchers say that body language accounts for up to 55% of what we communicate.
That is incredible. So when you are talking to someone, the words you choose are important, of course, but your posture, your facial expressions, your hand gestures, they are all sending messages too. Let me give you a quick vocabulary point. The word nonverbal just means without words. Verbal means relating to words, so nonverbal means not using words. Nonverbal, nonverbal.
Great breakdown. So let us start with the basics. One of the most powerful tools in body language is eye contact. In many Western cultures, making eye contact shows that you are confident and honest. It shows that you are paying attention. But here is the tricky part: the meaning of eye contact changes depending on where you are in the world.
That is so true. In some cultures, like in Japan or South Korea, too much direct eye contact can actually be seen as rude or aggressive. It is a sign of respect to look down when speaking to someone who is older or has more authority. So if you are an English learner traveling to a new country, pay attention to how local people use eye contact.
Excellent tip. Another important aspect of body language is posture. The way you hold your body sends a strong message. If you are standing up straight with your shoulders back, you look confident and open. If you are slouching or crossing your arms, people might think you are nervous, bored, or defensive. Let me teach you a useful word: slouching. Slouching. Slouching means sitting or standing with your shoulders bent forward and your head down. It looks lazy or tired.
I used to slouch a lot, and my grandmother would always tell me to stand up straight. She was right. Good posture not only makes you look more confident, but it actually makes you feel more confident too. There is research showing that standing in a powerful pose, like with your hands on your hips, can increase your confidence levels. This is sometimes called power posing.
Power posing, that is a great term. Let me write that down. So moving on, let us talk about hand gestures. We all use our hands when we talk. Some people use a lot of hand gestures, and some people use very few. In places like Italy and Spain, people use many hand gestures when they speak. In other cultures, like in Finland or Japan, people use fewer gestures.
Here is a key vocabulary word: gesture. Gesture. A gesture is a movement of your hand, arm, head, or body to express an idea or feeling. For example, waving hello is a gesture. Pointing at something is a gesture. Giving a thumbs up is a gesture. But be careful, some gestures mean different things in different countries. The thumbs up is positive in many places, but in some countries in the Middle East and West Africa, it can be offensive.
That is really important for English learners to know. When you are learning a language, you are not just learning words. You are learning a whole new way of communicating with your body. So my advice is to observe. Watch how native speakers use their hands, how close they stand to each other, how much eye contact they make. Observation is one of the best ways to learn.
Speaking of how close people stand to each other, let us talk about personal space. This is another cultural difference. In North America and Northern Europe, people prefer a larger personal bubble. When two people are talking, they usually stand about an arm's length apart. But in Latin America and the Middle East, people stand much closer when they talk.
The word for this is proximity. Proximity. Proximity means closeness or nearness. The proximity between two speakers can tell you a lot about their relationship. If two people are standing very close, they are probably friends or family. If they are standing far apart, they might be strangers or having a formal conversation.
That is a perfect vocabulary word. So what are some practical tips for English learners who want to improve their body language? First, practice maintaining comfortable eye contact. Not staring, just gentle eye contact that shows you are listening. Second, keep your posture open. Do not cross your arms. Keep your hands visible and relaxed.
Third, mirror the other person. Mirroring means subtly copying the other person's body language. If they lean forward, you lean forward slightly. If they use gentle hand gestures, you do too. Mirroring builds rapport. And rapport is another fantastic word, rapport. Rapport means a close and harmonious relationship where people understand each other well.
Mirroring is powerful, but you have to be careful. If you do it too obviously, it looks strange. The key is to be subtle. Now, let us talk about facial expressions. Your face is probably the most expressive part of your body. A smile is the most universal positive signal. Smiling makes you look friendly, approachable, and confident. The word approachable means easy to talk to. Someone who looks approachable is someone you feel comfortable going up to and starting a conversation.
Approachable, that is a really useful adjective. So how can you look more approachable? Smile genuinely. Keep your head up. Do not look at your phone when someone is talking to you. Nod occasionally to show you understand. These small signals make a huge difference in social and professional situations.
Absolutely. And here is something interesting, your body language does not just affect how others see you. It affects how you see yourself. There is a concept called embodied cognition. This means that your body's position can influence your thoughts and feelings. So if you smile, even when you do not feel happy, your brain starts to release chemicals that actually make you feel happier.
That is amazing. So your body can trick your brain into feeling better. That is a great reason to smile more often. Now, let us talk about one more body language signal that people often forget, your feet. Believe it or not, your feet can tell you a lot about what someone is thinking. If someone's feet are pointing toward you, they are interested in the conversation. If their feet are pointing toward the door, they might want to leave.
That is a great point. The word orientation is useful here. Orientation means the direction that something is facing. Your body orientation, which way your chest and feet are pointing, is a very honest signal. People often control their facial expressions, but they forget to control their feet. So if you are in a conversation and you want to know if the other person is really engaged, look at their feet.
That is such practical advice. Let me also add something about handshakes. In many English-speaking countries, a handshake is the standard greeting in professional settings. A good handshake is firm but not too strong. It lasts about 2 to 3 seconds, and you make eye contact while you do it. A weak handshake can make you seem unsure of yourself, and a bone-crushing handshake can make you seem aggressive.
The word firm is important here. Firm means strong but not hard. A firm handshake is confident. And here is another tip, if you are in a country where handshakes are common, always stand up when you shake someone's hand. Shaking hands while sitting down can seem disrespectful. These small details matter a lot in professional and social situations.
Excellent advice. Now let us also talk about nodding. Nodding your head up and down usually means yes or agreement. But did you know that the speed of your nod can send different messages? A slow nod shows that you are interested in thinking. A fast nod can mean you agree strongly, but it can also mean you want the speaker to finish quickly.
That is a subtle but important distinction. And here is a cultural note, in some parts of the world, like in Bulgaria and Greece, nodding can actually mean no, and shaking your head side to side can mean yes. So if you are traveling to a new country, research the local body language customs. It will save you from some very confusing conversations.
That is such a good reminder. Body language is not universal. It is shaped by culture. So as an English learner, you should learn about the body language of the specific English-speaking culture you are interested in. British body language is different from American body language, which is different from Australian body language.
Let us do a quick recap of everything we covered today. First, we learned about eye contact and how its meaning changes across cultures. Second, we talked about posture and the word slouching. Third, we discussed hand gestures and the word gesture. Fourth, we covered personal space and the word proximity. Fifth, we learned about mirroring and building rapport. And finally, we talked about facial expressions and being approachable.
That is a lot of valuable information. So here is your challenge for this week. Practice your body language in English conversations. Try to maintain good eye contact. Keep your posture open. And observe how other people use their bodies when they communicate. You will be amazed at how much you can learn just by watching.
And if you want to practice describing body language in English, try this exercise. Watch a short video scene without sound and describe what the characters are communicating through their body language. It is a fantastic way to build your vocabulary and your observation skills at the same time.
Great suggestion. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of the English Daily Podcast. If you found this episode helpful, please subscribe to our channel and share it with a friend who is also learning English. We release new episodes every week to help you improve your English in fun and practical ways.
You can also find us on all major podcast platforms and YouTube. And do not forget to check the description for the vocabulary list from today's episode. The words we covered were nonverbal, slouching, gesture, proximity, rapport, and approachable.
Practice these words in your conversations this week. Try to use them naturally. The more you use a new word, the easier it becomes to remember. That is it for today. Keep learning, keep practicing, and keep communicating. This is Anna.
And this is Jake. See you next time on the English Daily Podcast.